who are going to step in and do something. I completely understand he potentially worked by the rules, but like the boys are like, they're going to get rattled eventually here, and he's just going to have zero friends on the tour. Anyway, we'll dive into it.
Yeah, I don't think he has any friends on tour.
Can we get you to just dive into the screen here, Parksy? It feels like you're hiding.
Well, that's nice that you at least peeped up there. I was going to go out east next anyway.
You just want to see the lamp.
Yeah, you're just looking for a little extra.
Lamp.
Speaking of extra, Tom, what's up?
Not too much, boys. Yeah, today watched some of the golf, and I'm just wishing I had the power to teleport myself out to Torrey Pines, play a little bit of golf today, right? It looked immaculate.
Saying it's a little frosty in New York right now, huh?
A little bit frosty. We're about to get a dusting of maybe a foot of snow.
14 inches.
14. You get paralyzed, crippled. We're about to get dusted hard.
That's not a dust. Yo. A man that knows a lot about dusting, though.
Ooh.
Codes, what's
Dusty.
up? He did not like
Our
it.
listeners that may or may not know, over 50% of us are in this podcast were at some point a certified golf professional. 75% of us at least know a rules official by the name of Bridget that was mandatory or a staple at every PAT or such event. So a number of years back, I went and I was lucky enough to caddy for Viba. And he had me on the bag. And I don't know if anyone's familiar with Alberta Springs, but you know hole 7 with tight trees.
Yeah.
V-Bud hits it into the right trees. We go in there, we're taking a look. He's moving around sticks, and the ball, literally, boys, oscillates just a touch. Bridget is like, that ball moved. No, it didn't. Yes, it did. No, it didn't. Anyway, buddy, V gets dinged 1 stroke for a ball, slight oscillating. I don't understand how a man can be in a tournament after having sexual intercourse with his fingers and the ground at a PGA golf tournament. Don't understand it. Don't get it. Hot as fuck, boys.
It's just
Nice to have Cody back, really.
yeah, that was wonderful. I could just grab the pod off right there.
That could have been the interlude right there.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's the clip that we take.
If you can go into the grass, okay, and go and then lean down and then like, when you listen, see, let's just go, right? And then he talks about like his interview and he's like, because, you can't clean the ball, so you got to get rid of it right away. And it's like this buddy Lips was palming it for like 20 seconds, like in his hand.
That's literally in the rule saying that you cannot do that.
He knew.
Checking for
He knew what he was
the
doing.
dimple.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. If you're looking where it breaks the plane, you cannot clean the ball. It's written in the rule. And even when he was checking, he knows where that fucking camera is.
Let's get
He's
it
blocking.
on.
And he's just like putting his hand, like, who knows? Could have just been fucking pushing. Like, you go back and watch the replay, there's clearly a bounce. And then
Where was that?
What's that?
Where was that bounce video? Like,
It's out.
when this was happening, though, like.
Yeah, but the thing is,
That's a sick joke that you haven't seen the bounce video, right? That's a sick
I have
joke,
seen the
Mike.
bounce video, but like, where was it while there was the discussion that there was no bounce?
the volunteer's not going to have that. You ask a volunteer first? No, man. Fucking wait for a rules official. What the fuck is a volunteer at? Oh, the flag was down. Yeah, but a volunteer isn't a fucking PGA Tour rules official. What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like, and I know Rory did the same thing. I get it. But he did
Ish.
just get put onto the player safety program. So, like,
But he didn't get a favorable drop.
He's a nice Irish boy, so he couldn't have done nothing wrong.
Fucking.
I don't know. You know what? Even watching after the golf today, like, even Brandel was kind of speechless. How often have you seen Brandel Shapley speechless?
Hey, man, Xander said, I wouldn't have done that. Lanto Griffin said, nah, this guy pisses us off. Like, who are these pros that are they're talking to that are like, yeah, no, we totally side with Patrick Reed. Yeah, that's great. Like, nobody, man. But I guess they're just trying to, the tour's trying to protect him. They're trying to protect the image. I mean, dude, it's a gentleman's game. There's got to be a bit of integrity. Well, like, the guy has none, zero. He shouldn't be on the tour.
Remember last week when I was talking about how I think things are like rigged? And I'm like, this just keeps going into the fact that like, this is good for ratings, right? What happens if this is just like an undercover bad boy, right? They say, hey, bad boy, you go in there, you mix it up. We got you, right? We got you. And now everyone's watching on Sundays.
If you think about it this way, though, like, this is truly like the major effects of playing in a player-run organization where really no one's officiating it other than the people that play in it. So if I'm a player that
People that are
plays,
calling in.
well, exactly. Well, but even then, like, I don't have to release a call. But if one player comes out and says, "Hey, man, that guy cheats," well, that could ruin his reputation even more before the guy that's actually cheating.
Yeah, for being a whistleblower.
Unless 10 guys come out and say this, nothing will ever move forward with it because, as we've learned before, the PGA Tour, every single guy is their own brand.
Bunch of snowflakes.
Have they ever had a situation where they had to kick someone off the PGA Tour for repetitive cheating?
Jay Singh.
Yeah, he got suspended for using fucking antler, like elk spray or whatever.
Oh, man.
Antler spray. Like, I mean,
Oh, man. Before that.
What was before that? What was before that?
DJ Singh was playing over in Asia and he got banned from playing the Asian tour.
for what?
Banned for life. Fact check that.
Yeah, pull that up.
Let me
Do you
do
know
that. Let
what
me do
for?
that. I got the big screen here, Grockin' boys. I'll fact check that.
Get that. DJ Singh,
I'm
banned for
sure.
life. Boom. I think that's the only time I've ever heard of something like that.
Yeah,
Well,
because it's like I feel like there's way more than just like there's handfuls of dudes that are like Patrick Reed just continually does this, but like I gotta almost give him credit for how he like showed up on Sunday after all that controversy, and it's like the best criminal is the one that doesn't feel like they're the criminal, right? Like because he just walked ignorantly down the fairway, like I didn't do nothing wrong.
He's a smooth criminal.
Yeah,
He's like the Pink Panther. Like that guy is truly like the Pink Panther. Like that guy is slick. I mean, the fact that he comes out and shoots 68 today, like
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
check it. Fact check it. Let's see.
I think this might be like my new. I'd like to come in. I'd like to just come in, bang out the pod with a punch, retreat, and then just check some facts, boys. Because in 1985, Singh, who's from Fiji, was banned from the Asian Tour after an alleged cheating incident at the Indonesian Open. He was charged with altering his scorecard, and while the details remain super murky, there is no disputing that the Southeast Asia Golf Federation suspended him indefinitely.
Oh,
Really?
What's up now?
I saw a good tweet though, because Patrick Reed's going out to play in the Kingdom next week, playing in Saudi, and if he cheats like that, they'll cut off his hands and fucking treat it like stealing. So
March
one can only hope.
march him through town, through the market, cut his hand off. Or
That'd
just
be
cut
insane.
Kessler's hair off, maybe.
They really need to quit calling him Captain America, though. Like
Yeah.
that's just America's not doing very well as is. That like that's definitely not something.
I
they
don't know.
need
He might be the face of America. He
Uh,
might be the face of America right now.
I don't know.
he's like the Donald Trump of golf. What
He actually does like depict America perfectly.
about that? What about that?
Sly, pretty good at what they do, but kind of like there's a cheeky underbelly there. Like they get away with some dirty shit.
Not that
Kind of
good.
actually depicts America perfectly.
Dude,
Yeah, but we need to move away from that as well.
hold on, hold
That's
on,
coming
hold on,
from
hold
the
on.
American, but hold on, we're Canadians.
Pays made a point earlier today. You're saying that they're good at what he does and he slides things by the radar, but he got busted posting to his burner account.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't know if that's him. That could be Justine. So like when he put out
interweb.
that tweet yesterday, almost within seconds from Golf Facts, the same tweet comes out. And there's been speculation for a long time that was either Patrick Reed or Justine.
Now we know.
The burner's hot.
Dude, we got banned. Okay. And I don't even know what we said or when we said it, but all I said recently was ball don't lie.
I've ripped Patrick Reed many times through the foredeck.
You, for sure then.
Yep.
Yeah, and many times. So yeah, I'm not surprised, but he like blanket blocks guys. Like I don't know who's actually how that man even has 120,000 followers on his account. I don't know how he can even allow that many people.
Bots.
They all rip him. Yeah, it's got to be bots.
Paid for. Somewhere in India.
No, they're probably like those Saudi bots that
yeah.
work for MBS.
Mining.
That's why he's going to play. All of his Twitter followers.
He's got to
are
pay back
Saudi-
all his
Saudi
fans.
trolls.
It's just a bunch of Wall Street bets followers.
Oh, wow. That's a great point. So isn't this like crazy timing? The fact that like Patrick Reed wins with cheating and the stock market loses kind of because of cheating
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
So it's super.
No, that's
crazy what's
no.
going on.
No, that's grasping at straws for like too many things together. And it was raining today.
See? Exactly.
Causation equals correlation. No.
Protein. Oh no, that's nicotine and caffeine. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What else? I think that you talked about, sorry to cut you off there. You talked about how nice the golf course was or looked, Tomcat. I read some opinions online that says that people were saying that it underwhelmed. And I tend to lean on that side that, well, Torrey Pines is an incredible place, 100%. Better in person than it is on TV, I think.
It was the fairways, right? Like looking at some of those fairways, how tight they were off the tee box. I was just like, dang, like that would be a fun, extremely challenging golf course to play. But like the way those guys keep hitting those fairways is just mind boggling. Minus Ortiz, he had a couple sprayers, and Victor Hovland kind of fell apart there on the back nine today, which was kind of tough to see. I thought he was going to step up for the Smiley folks and take down Patrick Reed.
They said John Rahm was hitting it over like 300 yards and hitting 67% of fairways. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It is an underwhelming golf course, though, if it wasn't so tight. Like, it's not like a unbelievably demanding layout. And even 18, it's like, I was saying this to Parks at the end of the day. I'm like, man, or today, like, come on, move that pin on Sunday. You give them a perfect backstop to kind of just throw one in there. Like, these are professionals. Like, make it just a little bit tougher on 18. Because, like, Max Homa jugged there yesterday. You know, what if that was coming down? Phil's tried to jug on a Sunday. It's like, man, let's see them actually work for it.
I think it's the excitement piece, though. Like I said, I was like, man, it gives
There's no fans.
gives opportunity. I know there's no fans, but gives those guys a little bit of false hope, right? Like, hey, look at Will's Taurus, man, made eagle, got him into the top 10, gets him, carries him on with his PGA Tour dream. So it's kind of cool.
Rahm dunked one in the water.
So did our friend Tony Waterball Fino.
What was your take on that interview did you guys watch the interview with Tony and how they kind of like, they're just pulling out the fact that like he just can't close, but doing it in the nicest way possible to show like this little stat of like
You've been super
2014 most starts, most top fives without a win, Mr. Tony Finau. And the chick's like, do you think it's mental? Like, are you working on that? And he's like, yeah, like, of course I am. Like every day I'm working on trying to be better at that. But like,
I'd take his bank account. No problem.
Amen.
Speaking of interviews, just to touch on Reed one last time, did you watch the Golf Channel interview that he did yesterday? Where it was like the 5-minute, 6-minute interview asking about the whole situation. And then Todd Lee was asked, like, do you think, so what did the ball do? And then there was a cut and it went to him going, it bounced. And he had like this smirk on his face. I'm like, that's pretty wild that Golf Channel put that out. Like there's a clear cut in the video and it goes to him saying it bounced. So it's like, is that Golf Channel throwing him under the bus or did he actually say that?
Baseball, basketball, football, MMA, add it to the list. Golf, we got cheaters, boys. It's rigged, 100%. Just getting those gambling stats up, right? 100.
What about that gambling site that came out afterwards said if anyone bet on anyone else, we'll give you your money back for an outright winner? Like literally saying, yeah, Patrick Reed's a cheater and we're going to show everyone. Like, that's some crazy shit. I mean, they're really like throwing a lot of shit at this guy. They're making him look bad.
I like it.
Congratulations to the winner.
Yeah.
I can't believe he won.
Congratulations. He played great golf.
He did. I said that to Parks. We were looking at the total. I'm like, great week.
He won.
Great week.
He won.
Fucking unbelievable. Dude, the guy has like, he's a short game legend. Unbelievable hands.
Yeah.
Like I've said this so many times. I wish he wasn't a dick and I wish I didn't hate him because I enjoy watching him play golf.
I think you and him would get along on the golf course, I think.
And why is that?
He could teach you the ways.
Just similar
Kenobi.
Just similar people tend to get along after a long walk, 18 holes, get to know someone. Same kind of game, same kind of hands. Been known to use a foot wedge, fluff it in the sand. We've got
paying for $1 million. I can do whatever the fuck I need to do.
hey, like, do you know that like little 4-jack intro that we made, and then it's you fluffing it in the rough at Northern Bear?
Uh-oh.
Standard play.
Do you know what wasn't rigged this week? What wasn't rigged were the picks. We have to talk about our man Cody's picks this week. So this was a special week for everyone at the Farmers. More importantly, I want to touch on the fact that Cody, after he decided to take an alternate route and go against the grain a little bit here,
I liked it.
he ended with plus 19. Not one of his players was under par, and he got rinsed by 40 shots.
Rub the green.
The
Yeah.
winner,
Just tight fairways, a little bit of fog out there. Maybe we didn't see a little bit of controversy affecting, slow jamming my players up. Like Chucky 3 Sticks, he plays fast, man. Chucky 3 Sticks doesn't fuck around, man. Right?
There was
And
a
he-
point where he legit, besides the guy that WD'd, he was dead last at
DFL.
one point.
DFL.
Who? Sorry.
Chucky. Friday after
Chucky,
he was DFL.
CH3,
Chucky,
bro.
we know you're listening. You tune in every once in a while, right? You're kind of like our version of Tobiano's Louis Oosthuizen.
Oh,
Feel free to come on, defend yourself anytime, my man. But I'm gonna take Chucky 3 Sticks every single week. Why? Clear eyes, full heart, clear
empty wallet.
3 Sticks or some shit like that.
We see him looking at her shit though, so maybe he's coming.
I'm going to put you down for Charles Howell III for this
Yeah,
week
mark
at the
that
waste
down.
management already. I'm going to mark that one.
Tom had a sneaky win this week,
Woo!
actually.
Me?
Yeah. Look at the excitement.
There he is.
Back-to-back weeks.
Wow, this is a nice train. Maybe we'll keep it 3
need
in
to
a
put some
row.
money
Coming
on
into the waste management. I'm actually just doing my picks as we speak.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Pays. Nice
Are we
second.
going to are we doing picks right now? I didn't know. Are we going to touch on the man with the biggest forearms on the PGA Tour about his win over? Are we do we do that over here? You know, I'm new to the pod.
Huge win in Dubai.
Big time.
Huge.
15th to European Tour win. It just cruised to victory.
Yeah, 4 or 5 shots. Sick.
Pretty cool too.
Emotional one, he said.
Yeah, very emotional. Hadn't won
Emotional one.
over there, and I don't think he's never won in Dubai either. And that's always like a big event too for the European Tour guys, because that's normally when their season starts.
That's their flagship. Yeah, for
So-
sure. It's a big one.
That-
He works with Peter Costas, right? And they said that he's got his club head speed up to 129 miles per hour and his ball speed's up to 193.
Is that on the Konica Minolta Swing Biz?
You know it. Probably took one for sure in his backpack out the door.
Nice.
he does have that's like one of those guys. He might be like an ageless wonder on tour. Like, it doesn't seem like his swing has ever changed. He just keeps ripping it. He's always been a good putter, good chipper. Like, he's just consistent. There's nothing you can say about that guy's game that's poor.
No. I
Just wanted to
think
give a shout out to the right.
He might have a boozing problem, but
You
like,
can't say things. You can't assume things like that without talking to
he's got
someone.
a crazy wine collection apparently.
So does LeBron James.
So are you saying LeBron might have a drinking problem?
yeah, well, Pays just associates a wine collection with a drunk ass, so I like it.
Well, he's
Yeah.
buddies with Westy. I'm just assuming. It's a total
Well, he has a
assumption.
telephone, so he probably sets bombs off too, right?
Wow, that's a
Terrorist.
crazy take. That has to be cut.
Minute mark.
Question,
626.
alcoholic. Oh my god.
Fair play. Fair point. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's English and he's friends with Westy. I just assume Westy is wild. When was the last time you saw Lee
Westy
Westy
is
with like
wild.
some rosy cheeks?
Oh yes.
Anything else exciting happened there at the Torrey Pines this week, boys? Other than, or not even there, maybe in the Middle East, anything happened there?
Okay, so what do you take on what's the take on Rory then doing the exact same thing?
We're going back. We're going back to Torrey Pines now.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
do
coming
that.
back. We went to Dubai. We said hey to Paul Casey, and now we're coming back to say, hey, Rory, we've thought about what's going on. Let's talk about it a little bit more.
We were talking about picks, but now we're not even doing that anymore. We're just talking about drunk people.
We can just start wherever the hell we want right now because we're out in the pastures wandering aimlessly.
Jesus Christ.
All right, fine, fuck it. Well, we do move on. We do move forward. We go into the waste management. We don't need to talk about Rory. Fuck it. I don't care about him either. He does not have a drinking problem. But
I think do you with your language on this pod tonight? We can talk about roars. We can hear the roars. I think roars gets away with it just because he's just roars. He's just roars.
He's got no
And
integrity issues. Right?
that's the thing.
People love having a villain.
That's right.
But then why do people like having the villain, but then don't vilify him in the sense that, like, hey, you're going to be suspended?
because the
That's
PGA
true.
Tour is rigged, man. I don't like. We're circling back to like it's over.
You're right. Okay.
He'll keep cheating. Watch. This is not the last instance that we're going to see of some sort of like half debacle, and he'll be the only one, and it'll be okay, and the show will go on, and people will tune in and make bets and talk about it. Riggs Barstool just going back and forth, telling he's not the curator of like the integrity of the sport. Our job is just to relay, wow, what he did is just crazy. Like, who cares? Like, what the fuck he did, right? Like when we congratulate like a win and stuff, but it'll happen again. Clean and sand, putting his ball mark down. Right, his next one will be putting his ball mark down and then putting his ball like a putter in front of it.
Riggs' take was wild on it though too, because it's like, I don't care, it's just entertainment. It's like, yeah, but man, like you're involved in this space. There's only one thing to value in this game, and it is the integrity of it. So like the minute you lose that, you kind of lost. You might as well just open up to anything.
Yeah.
A myriad of different shit.
I'm thinking 4-jack rules. You play your ball as it lies, regardless of how that ball lies, right? Like if you're
Or how
you're
you
hoveling and you hit it over into that little shrub, like you better have brought your weed whacker with you, because you're getting in there and taking a couple swipes.
I felt bad for him when he picked up that ball, and like I don't think he actually knew the ruling, and he had like that fear in his eyes, like his face went white.
Yeah.
He's fuck. He's like, I lost it, and then he missed that like 2-footer. Just pushed it straight out.
I wonder if he has a wine collection.
Yeah.
He's got some rosy cheeks.
I think he's more into the Bud and the Bud Lights.
I honestly, I felt really bad for him too. Like
he's for sure into the Bud. I just remember that video he put out of like hitting that ball off of that like cushion into like his house of like bags for some reason. Like that's something you only do when you're like, hey man, check this out. I'm gonna flop it into this bag, man.
Bro,
it's too bad that he can't hit a flop shot like that in an event. He's a fucking shite wedge player on tour, and he's even called it on. He's like, I'm not a very good chipper. I need to work on it. Well, yeah, man, stop hitting balls in your house and go to the fucking green out front. Like,
go to the range.
That's what I'm going to be telling you when I see our friend of the show, Maxim McKenzie, beating you on the VGT tour. Man, I'm going to be telling you to go to the range, hit some balls, get it together.
Well, because he knows how to slap it around in the muck. Yeah, fuck, it took me half a round to figure out how to chip that one day. Honestly, I had no idea. I was just digging the leading edge into every single shot. I was like, I had like a 20-yard chip at one time. Parks was like, what do you think the chances are you getting this onto the green? I'm like, thanks, man.
And proceeded not to get it on the green.
I'm sure, yeah.
You said the same thing about Parksy inside 3 feet, so you got to take some heat too.
That's true. It's karma. Yeah.
Oh, my putting's good now. It's fixed.
I never said it was bad.
Well, it's been more bad. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
I like how Parks he's now laid down. It's like a little therapy session.
This is the Parksy I like over last week, right? Last week he was moving and grooving. This guy is chill zone. Now I like this. Riggs is playing at the Waste Management in the Pro-Am. Let's get to our picks. Okay? Maybe that'll spark Parksy up. Right,
Riggs Golf's playing in the Pro-Am? Really?
he's playing in the Pro-Am at the Waste Management.
So was Tanya Terra, so that's fun.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
So I guess we move over to Phoenix. We move into the Waste Management. I think this will be like, I know we've gone majors without fans, but like this is truly when you notice no fans. This would be really boring without everyone there. Like,
it's going to be different.
Yeah.
It's bad for the community. Like that's a huge revenue center for that. The Bluebirds, the T-Birds, the Thunderbirds, whatever that group is. Is it Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah. And that whole city, I can imagine like, yeah, it's just not a good scene. It sucks. And hopefully, well, I don't know. There's more restrictions with flights being announced. There's 4 of the airlines shut down international flights. Like, I guess we're starting to take this seriously now a year later.
Yeah. Well, if I come back to Canada, I got to sleep in a hotel.
Yeah.
And you'll have to pay for it.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
And they choose the airport or the hotel.
The hotel. Isn't that messed?
Yeah.
Some sort of weird backdoor dealings if I've ever heard it.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. You're not getting any savings off your quarantine location.
All right. You know what's crazy?
Harp is crazy.
These picks. Tom, why don't you lead us off?
I will.
Chicken
And I
dinner.
like this because I get to go first, so I can set the tone on the picks. So then
I got you down for Harry Higgs already.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to throw out my dark horse pick early on. Will Zalatoris.
Fucking hell, that was mine.
God.
Hey,
Oh
I like
man,
how,
that was mine too. Believe it or not.
yeah, I like how skinny he is. He reminds me of a young me,
Forehead.
giant forehead.
Yeah.
Large.
That is spark.
Large
I was like, that's
surface.
a 5 head.
That's a large surface. That's you could have dinner for 6 on that.
Sweet.
It's massive.
I didn't notice that. I was just like, man, this guy is slender, man.
Linda.
Next, I'm gonna take Mr. Webb Simpson,
Yes, my favorite.
and I got 3 more on here, but I'm not allowed to pick 3 more, so I'm gonna take Hideki Matsuyama, and
Played well.
let's go John Rahm.
Oh, that's stacked.
That is stacked.
Codes?
That's stacked, man. I'm going to start off with good friend of the show, Mr. Scott Stallings.
Nice.
100%. I'm going to take my dark horse this week is Mr. Doc Redman.
Okay.
I'm not convinced that Pat Perez is done or even started this year. So I got to take my man again because it's a party atmosphere. And you know my man loves to party. Pat, big shout.
I gotta be honest with you, Pat Perez. That video he did with the Barstool guys, actually, like, I'm getting on Pat Perez train right now for sure.
Honk honk, baby. Been here 2 weeks in a row, but look where I've ended up. And let's take Hideki Matsuyama.
Oh, you're not taking Chucky?
I don't even think Chucky's in the field. And no,
Hideki?
Matsuyama.
All right. All right.
Okay, it's fine.
You want to go next,
That's
Parks?
okay.
Parse.
Go ahead.
I'll take it. I'm going to go with an all-Canadian contingent this week, folks. We're going to fire this up. Corey Connors. That's our man, Danny Saul in the bag. Friend of the show. I'm going to take Matt Keys. Not sure if he's playing, but I'm going to take him anyway. I'm that confident. Mr. Adam Hadwin. He's trending. Definitely trending. And Mr. Nick Taylor. I'm feeling it. That's his home track. I feel like he's got a little home space advantage. So let's get this done in Canada.
All right, I'm taking a page out of Codes' book here. I'm going to try and go off the board except for one, just because I'd like to have a big boy in there. I will lead it off with Rory. That is my one big one. Just, I feel like he doesn't play this event that often. He maybe come out swinging. We're going to go Joel Damon. Sam Burns, a guy, I think he's going to get some scar tissue off this week, and I think he's going to come back swinging next weekend. And a local guy in Phoenix, guy who plays out there all the time, and another podcast host, Max Homa. So round it out with those boys.
Thanks, Tower Brewing, for always sponsoring our Sunday night tour pod and the picks. We're always enjoying a nice, crisp, clean Tower lager as we run through the picks. Hopefully they have a lager. That's what I'm drinking. Anyway.
To be fair, I don't know if I could have a lager, but we did have a sip of Jack Honey on Friday. And I was like, oh, man, I forgot about this stuff. Like, it just took me back there. Took me back to the hill.
I was talking about that on the hill. Well, not on the hill, but about taking it to the hill and how it just feels like you're getting a little maple syrup, some sort of Canadian vibe right out of it.
I kind of want one right now, actually.
I'll be going to bed soon if I do that. It's a good option. I'm excited to actually go to Phoenix and see this. I think it'll be weird as fuck. Are they allowing fans in there? Isn't it like, what was it, 20,000 for the week?
10,000, yeah, 10,000 a day.
10,000 a day.
On a 16. I don't know what the total property allowance is, but what I heard was 10,000 on 16.
Oh, okay.
So maybe it could be 20,000 total.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people around that hole.
That's more than a football game.
Yeah.
And maybe there's enough separation that they can COVID it safely.
Because I think there's around like 20,000 people that it can hold, like 18, 20,000. Like it's like a legitimate stadium in a way, but that's crazy that they're going to try and pack.
They only let 6,500 into the Bills game.
Yeah. Like,
think about that.
Maybe because it's, I don't know. I
don't think Arizona's ever cared.
I got nothing.
Like, it kind of stayed open the whole time.
see how she plays out, I guess. Hey, Parksy.
Roll the dice.
Fuck it. Reel it. I like it.
Swamp.
You guys got any golf on your schedule upcoming?
Well, to be fair, kid's busy trying to get a move on, so like tough to fit in some golf. We were gonna go hit balls Friday, but it wasn't all that. It was fucking cold.
It's like 3 degrees. It's not really fun to hit balls when it's 3 degrees. Could have. It's just like, there's no point in even rushing out for an emergency 9 holes because it's so wet and mucky. It's not fun.
It rained all, and you're like, I don't know if I want to muck it. Like, mucking it is pretty wild. Like, you're legitimately slopping through mud out here.
Takes a lot out of you, yeah.
Yeah.
Completely related, but related to Vancouver. I'm talking to my buddy Slowy. Shout out good bud Slowy. He's telling me that the market in Vancouver is going nutsoid again because he's looking at, and he says that properties are selling for 50 to 200K over asking once again back in the lower mainland.
Apparently Edmonton's market's going nuts as well though right now. I did hear that the other day, but even looking at like rentals, I'm like, oh yeah, there's nothing's stopping here. Like,
where are you looking to move to? What side of?
Like Kitts, South Granville area, something close-ish to work. I'll tell this quick story. I did go into like this place in East Van yesterday. And it was pretty funny. And this dude comes and meets me at the door, and he's like bald guy, glasses, and he wearing the mask, but then to say hello, takes it down to say hello to me and everything. I'm like, I don't really care. I'm like, that's fine. Oh man, so you're from Edmonton? Yeah. Man, so was I 20 years ago. I'm like,
cool.
All right, cool. And he's like, well, welcome to my creative space. You know, it's a shared space. I'm like, no shit, man. It's a 4-bedroom. I know it's not just you in here. And it's like an old rundown home, but he's like trying to really sell it to me. He's like, man, what more can you want? You're in between 2 major roads, in between Fraser and Maine, and you got a 24-hour 7-Eleven up the road. What more can you need? I'm like, probably a room with a bedroom, or a bedroom with a window. Like,
maybe a shower curtain on the shower.
Toilet,
shower curtain, like,
sink, running water, fridge.
And like, he's just like pointing at bedrooms, be like, that guy in the film industry, unbelievable artist. That guy, music like you've never heard in your life.
I like that guy.
Except for when you're trying to sleep. Music.
You're gonna be that guy. Hey, you're gonna be that guy. That guy, podcast host.
Yeah.
Kind of a big
One
deal.
of the best podcast hosts you've ever heard in East Van.
Podcast host, porno star.
Perfect.
You're actually selling me on this place. If you don't move in there, maybe I'll have to jump in.
Dude, I don't think I had a chance. Like, I was walking out the door and he was like, hey man, great meeting you, but I'm going to need you to step to the right because there's 2 other girls that are walking in right beside you. You need to take a look. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later, bud. And gone. Doors.
I like him.
See you, bro.
Like,
bye.
busy guy.
Yeah.
You should have had like a breakdance fight or like karaoke sing off or something. Like, yeah, you want to see my artistry skills? Let's do this.
Like, I'll wrestle you for the
Put
room.
some music on and see what happens.
I'm just thinking about the mid-podcast entertainment we'd be having if you were recording over there and it's like, hey, I got buddy Jimmy about to stairway to heaven.
Here's the thing. This is what tripped me out, is because he was like, oh yeah, that guy in the film industry, like, he's brilliant, but he's also like a plumber as well. So like, you know, he does both things. And I'm like, that's pretty wild. I'm like, I'm pretty sure the plumber's a full-time gig. I don't know how he makes movies on the side. Like,
He's here to clean the pipes.
yeah.
Same but different.
True.
Same but different.
True, I guess, right? Like, it was just an interesting vibe that I got off this guy. I'm like, I don't know. This place looks kind of dumpy, but all right. It got a big backyard. He got a big backyard. That was pretty nice.
All right, I'm getting a super weird feel in the place, but the backyard's pretty big, so yeah, I'm in.
I thought you were referencing a.
Can I set up a
Something
tent
else.
back there, up the back there, so I don't have to be weirded out by you guys in here? I don't know.
Business in the front, big backyard. That's what's up. I got you.
And what, Tomcat? You're expecting snow?
Yep, we're expecting some snow. The thing that's got me fascinated right now is that game Stonk, right? Like, I don't know what it is about these people on Wall Street Bets on Reddit. They call them stonks now, right? Instead of stocks, they're all about the stonks. And yeah,
They're vilifying these people.
everyone is. Yeah, like they use words that are much harsher than I will use to describe themselves, but like, they're crazy for sure. They're all about this diamond hands, whole GME. They think everything that the news is pumping them about these hedge funds that have like filled their short positions, they're bullshit, and they're looking to bring down some crazy hedge funds, which is It's wild to be in New York during this because like my doorman's literally telling me about how he's buying Dogecoin and GameStop, and I'm like, this is like, there's mania happening right now. End of war.
So I heard Rogan was talking about this. He played a clip of the former or current SEO or like CEO of like, or not CEO, but like someone high in NASDAQ calling for regulation. This is a man who's been manipulating the stocks for years and years, never wanted regulation. But now, since someone found a loophole, now they want regulation. So it's like they're vilifying these kids for doing exactly what they've been doing forever.
Yeah, exactly what they were doing. Like they literally had shorted 130% of what GameStop stock was actually like more than the stock was. They're like, we're shorting this. And what's crazy is like how it just happened, right? Like how it went from that to like Elon Musk is like, yeah, people that short stocks should be in jail type stuff. Like you're betting against the economy. That's not cool. And like, yeah, just seeing these people post these things. Like I showed you guys this in our group chat. The one guy that's like, I don't care, I'm hanging on because it ain't going to be the first time I've had sleep for dinner if this thing crashes, right? And it's just like the level of like insanity around it is what just fascinates me.
The mania.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Might buy some tomorrow.
We'll have some more
It's on,
information
like-
on the 4Jack trading platform podcast that comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
They'll be out. So listen, you might pick up something. Who knows?
Big on TikTok too, like TikTok investors, because that's the way to get to the young ears. That is a way. Like I saw about GameStop on TikTok before like all this happened, when it was $31 a share, and before it was $4.63, and now it's currently trading at like what, like $57 or some dog shit thing. Like if I would have even 2 weeks ago, it's people still buying.
Right now it's 320.
I was gonna say it's
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
700 at one point. Didn't it go to $700 a share?
I think just below 5.
500?
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it went
They're-
nuts.
The highest
100% increase in 5 days.
the highest it ever reached before was like $98.
Shit, dog.
Yeah.
Fell
It's
asleep.
insanity.
Like the iPad was my idea, man. Right? Fell asleep. Got it stolen out from underneath my feet. GameStop.
Napster.
Well, maybe next week you'll have your solution to cure.
Throw some picks down. We got to find a betting platform to start promoting, and then we'll throw some picks down.
Start winning some GameStop money, and then we'll throw our own money down.
GameStop back again. We could have a theme song and shit. It'd be dope.
I'm going to be
guess,
watching it hard
I
tomorrow. I
guess-
might buy some. Seriously. Like I actually liquidated all of my positions, and like we're ready to try and just go 2021 crazy here for like a quick 100% banger if it drops quickly on Monday in the Reddit feed is like, show me your diamond hands. And like, there's a guy, his name's Deep Fucking Value, that apparently made like hundreds, like $100 million off this crazy shit. Like,
What?
and it makes no sense. It's pure irrational, like swinging of just like 50%, 100% up, down, all around it. Like, it's crazy. Someone's going to get burned really bad, though, at the end of all of it. Hopefully,
A
not
lot of
me.
people.
Yeah.
Like thousands of people are gonna get burnt.
Well, what's crazy is like, yeah, these hedge funds that like they're holding on to people's like pension funds, really, right? So it's like now someone's going to have to dump their pension because GameStop is making them pay these premiums on like holding this short position. And the longer they have to do that, then like it'll be interesting to see the broader market implications, because one of them had to like take a $3 billion loan from Citadel, which like you're seeing all these like backdoor connections of like how these big hedge funds have this deal with Robinhood, who then implemented like things so you couldn't actually buy more games. I hate GameStop. Like it's GameStop, GameStonk, GameStop. Like it's too fucking much. But
Go
like,
stonk.
yeah, GameStonk, right? Like you can't actually buy anymore. All you can do is sell it, right? But like, yeah, there's all these people that have already sold it that at some point now they're gonna have to buy it back, and it's just like a tug of war. And that's why they got these diamond hands people on here that are like, I don't care if I lose all my money. I just want to hold this as long as I can to inflict as much pain, which is crazy.
Well, good for them. I won't be getting myself involved in this, especially when they start They've already halted it. I'm not going to get involved in this. I don't have any money to do that anyways, man. I'm just trying to find a room with a fucking bathroom. That's all I'm looking
With a
for
window.
right now. But yeah, and a window, please.
All right, boys.
Can I please have a window in my room?
Yeah, like I not have to pay $1,000 for a closet.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Just before we go, then I'll just leave us off with the fact checks that you guys got mistaken. Vijay Singh was also suspended for it was deer antler. He spent $9,000 on some spray. Claimed he had no idea that it actually contained some sort of steroid. And it turns out that if you have a wine collection, it doesn't necessarily mean you're a drunk.
Singer.
It's a good one to know, actually. That means I can get my own wine collection. Perfect. And then I don't
What's-
get like that bad stigma.
What's more important, though, a window or a wine collection right now? Probably
Well, I
wine
think I'd
collection.
need both. I need one to get the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you need something to look at while you're drinking your wine.
I was gonna say you could maybe paint a window after you've drank some wine.
Or make a window out of the wall.
Yeah.
You're raging out.
That I could.
Sweet.
All right, boys. Well, thank you for joining us today. It's always a pleasure. And thank you, everybody, for listening. And we'll chat with you guys next week after the waste management. Cheers.